Special thanks to Feather Inkhoof for providing these more recent screenshots. These are going to be attached here. I'm going to try and see how much more I can get done today about therapy Rarity. Page 1.
Dealing with more anti-map assholes. Seriously, if you're an anti-map, just unfollow me, block me. I don't want you anywhere near my account.
Page 2.
You will not intimidate me. You will not break my spirit. You don't know what I've been through. I am strong, and I will not let you make me ashamed of who I am.
Page 3.
I'm really beginning to really hate gay guys. Not for being gay, not for fucking the same sex, not because they are bad people, but because all I want in life is a girlfriend, and it's frustrating as all hell to have nothing but gay guys lining up to be with me. It's even more insulting than just not having anyone find me attractive at all to know that I'm actually am attractive, just not to the sex I actually am attracted to. I need to know that I am not in this fight alone. Please like or reply to this tweet if you are willing to stand up, put your reputation on the line, and help defend my map orientation from those who attack me for it.
Page 5.
Dealing with more anti-map assholes. Seriously, if you're an anti-map, just unfollow me, block me. I don't want you anywhere near my account.
Let's talk about what this really is about. Anti-pedophiles are butthurt that they cannot win in a debate with me on pedophilia, so they have to resort to personally attack me.
Page 6.
I believe in kindness and love and generosity. You can try all you want to get me to kill myself because I know that's what you want.
I'd be fine with you in prison.
But you will not succeed as long as my friends are on my side. There is no winning for you. You need to understand that. Maybe it won't happen in 50 years, maybe it won't happen in 100, maybe it won't happen in 1,000, but positive change
will come, and
generations to come will look down upon you. And what you've done in shame, disgust, and embarrassment, history will not remember you fondly.
I am valid, I am worthwhile, I am not a monster.
You believe me to be, and will, not break me.
Page 7.
I am valid, I am worthwhile, I am not a monster that you believe me to be, and you will not break me. Have a nice fucking life, haters.
Page 8.
No matter what I say, no matter how much I tell the truth, no matter how I show I'm not doing anything wrong, no matter how much I stress I'm not about hurting anyone, people just refuse to listen and continue to believe in lies and harass me instead of talking things out like adults.
I've kept my door open to therapy Rarity. I've talked to one of their friends and I was more than fair with that. That's up on Fandom Frenzy. I'm still blocked and they have not been willing to come forward in text or in call or otherwise. That is not true. I'm just going through this bonus folder here, page 1, them talking about their parents being divorced when they were young. Jesus.
Page 2, at least a couple of times I thought of my grandpa naked. Not by grandma. Not by choice, mind you. And no, I don't enjoy the thought either. I quickly pushed it out of my mind. Sometimes a mind just wanders when it's horny, I guess.
Wow. Page 3.
I once made a homemade sex doll out of a white Power Ranger doll, stuffing, and Nerfed basketballs. It wasn't the most pleasant sex doll ever to use, but the fantasies I lived out with it were amazing.
Page 4.
Childlike sex dolls help with the depression regarding pedophilia, ? Keep real children safe by providing a harmless alternative, ? Make owners want to rape real children, X. Click the link below to ask the representative to vote no to HR 4655.
I don't even know what to say to half of these. I just felt like sharing them with the rest of the audience, hoping that my audience would be able to come to a rational conclusion as my brain keeps shutting off as a self-defense mechanism. Page 5.
Temporary thing for a friend.
If anyone could find this friend so that they could out therapy Rarity and who they are, I would appreciate it. Page 6.
Good, don't start. She tried bullying me off of Twitter and got her followers to mass report me for my orientation. I'd recommend blocking her. I've been through similar shit on Tumblr. I swear people can be so manipulative. I was like that briefly when I was still new to RPing since I guilt-tripped infrequently. I learned my lesson though.
And here's Feather. I only did that one because they're a map, aka a pedophile. And that seems very reasonable, Feather. page 7.
Well, only in a sense of revealing my identity. I'm actively in the fandom with only other names as well. I don't want to ruin my reputation under those identities based on things that I've said here.
Page 8.
Shit like this is why I'm suicidal.
Always be accepted as long as you're not one of those people who think pedophilia is a sexuality. Page 9.
I'm gonna be real with y'all here, and what I've said might be upsetting to some of you. I've no problem with underage people being lewd on Twitter. Only reason I blocked this kid is that I'm not trying to go to prison. I ain't gonna judge him for being a horny little boy though.
Now, I cropped this. Underneath it had a link to a different Twitter where a child was allegedly sending pictures of themselves. I thought it prudent not to include that for multiple reasons. Page 10. This is what I thought was confusing. January 3rd, 2018. Sex Bunny is a pedophile. Filth who has no place in the world, being with neo-Nazis in any position trying to make a bathroom bill. But you are a pedophile. What are you talking about? Something about Pornhub, that's page 11. Page 12.
And I love lollies. Like more than anything, more than the air in my lungs.
Page 13. I like more details on this.
I said this sarcastically at first, but I genuinely want to thank TrotCon for not leaking my face.
I'd like to point out again, when I mentioned this to TrotCon, that they've been completely forthcoming and cooperative, but they were unable to reveal Therapy Rarity's identity. Not by choice, by inability. I'd like to thank them for being far more forthcoming than BronyCon. And 14.
Fuck this guy. I stand with you.
Talking about sexual predators again, which is why I'm very confused by Therapy Rarity. Then again, this is 2017, so it's possible that Therapy Rarity just developed later on, or came to conclusions about themselves. So they're two different sections there. I put in their own folders that are in regards to Therapy Rarity. I'm going to make them their own section here. This is number 1.
So this is how my account dies, huh? No. Oh my god. Just Google them and find that way, or just some new ones. And move on already. Unblocked me, I see. Yeah, sorry about that. Friend's kid had my phone. I didn't realize I forgot to put the lock back on. You were one among many who got blocked and deleted by a 10-year-old prima donna preteen. Oh, yeah, I know. Can you follow me again so we can DM? Is this about your pics that are missing? Yep, I thought so. Would it help to go through older posts and save the pics that you have missing? It would be a start. I guess there's only one small part of what I had. Well, I'm still here. At least yours lived. Of course not.
That's kind of horrifying that a 10-year-old had access to everything that this person potentially did, or at least a fraction of whatever Therapy Rarity did. Let me go back. Breakcord. That's at Scarlet Eyes. I will definitely be reaching out to this individual. It's a friendly reminder. Maybe the rest of you guys would like to have a friendly talk with them if they're, a friendly talk. Let's not get carried away. Just to find out what that was all about. Continuing on. This is from the second folder. I called it important for some dumb reason. I was really whacked out of my ass when I was making these screenshots.
Since I can't sleep, can I just have an honest thread for a minute? Okay, despite how lewd I am on my various accounts and how much I know about and celebrate sex, the thought of actual sex in real life fucking terrifies me. Now,
it'd be really easy to sit there and say virgin or incel, but I'm just going to say that this is disingenuous. You grinded your dick on a nearly passed out girl at a rave. Your words, not mine.
I can count on the number of times I've done some sort of sexual act with someone on both hands.
But you grinded your dick on a girl, 2 different girls in one night. The odds that you managed to do that and you're still within 2 hands is highly unlikely.
Count the number of times I've had intercourse on just one of them. I don't consider any of them to be particularly good experiences.
Makes you wonder why you went back after that second time at the rave. Page 2.
I either come way too quickly or take way too long.
Well, did you at the rave?
Out of the women I've been with, the hottest one was probably about a 6. I've never actually fucked her. Most of them are hovering around a 3 or 4.
Bravo, sir.
And even sex with them proved to be too intense for me. The last time I actually did something sexual with someone IRL was like 6 goddamn years ago. And that too was an embarrassing experience. The sad part is, I've even turned to Grindr. I'm not even that gay and had plenty of opportunities for sex. And I turned them all down because I'm just so fucking terrified of the experience. When the opportunity to fuck anyone regardless of sex arises, I don't get horny. Quite the opposite. In fact, my body goes into a panic mode, my heart races, and my hands go sweaty.
Again, how do you explain the rave situation?
And I lose my boner faster than it takes to send one of these tweets. I try to come up with an excuse, any excuse, to avoid sex, all the while getting mixed messages from my brain screaming at me to take opportunities since you won't get it again.
I mean, there's advice, but I'm not about to give it to someone who desires children. No offense. Page 3.
But I never listen. I always avoid it. Now I feel my sexual anxiety has gotten even worse. You see, there's this amateur porn star who's going to be attending at BronyCon this year.
Interesting.
Yes, I am. Yes, I was offered to sell her time at the con for cuddles in her room.
Dear porn star, if we have someone who could point out who this was, I'm wondering if this porn star would be willing to give up this person's name. You know, I mean, if you're willing to sell yourself cuddles, surely you don't mind selling out a pedophile. Continue on.
There should be no sex happening, as far as I can tell. That would constitute illegal prostitution, but now even the thought of sharing a bed with a beautiful girl for an hour terrifies me. I find myself worrying about it. I'm gonna go through with it. I haven't had a woman touch me in 6 fucking years, and she says that not only does she only have 1 more hour left to sell, but this will be her last pony convention ever. So it's really now or never. Yet my anxiety about sharing a bed with her is kicking my ass.
I'll definitely have to ask about this, see if I can hunt this person down. Because if they sold all their hours, that they must have been very popular. Surely we must be able to track this. Page 4.
Not to mention all the other actual sexual anxieties that is preventing me from actually fucking when the opportunity rises. It really upsets me. This scares me so much to do in real life, cause online, by myself, I love sex. It's a big part of my identity. Yet, for some reason, whether it be my low self-esteem that tells me I'm not worthy of sex, or my performance anxiety about being too fast or too slow, or not doing enough for my partner's satisfaction, my body wouldn't let me fulfill this basic human desire. Anyways, thanks for listening, and if anyone wants to help me with this by discussing it with me in DMs, I'd appreciate it. Just because there seems to be a bunch of crazy people running around harassing, attacking, and reporting people who offend them with their sexuality, I will be screening my new followers as best I can to see if they're immediately connected to one of these psychos.
Just reading off this response here, I know, right? I'm a proud map. And for some odd reason, people who get angry when I rape 6-year-olds that can't consent. It's funny that they didn't have this person blocked, but they seem to be up there for some time. Page 5.
Also, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this account would not exist without...
Well, that'll be on screen.
Their Pampered by Rarity video was my entire inspiration to make an RP account entirely centered around Rarity providing comfort to others.
Page 6.
Big announcement starting tonight. I'm launching 3 RP accounts. Shiny Clops. I'm being redesigned for a new look.
I think they took that one down.
I'm introducing a brand new Slutty Glimmy
account, which has been down.
And the great and epic return of the Great and Slutty with a new fandom twist. Follow them all. I believe those are all down, at least at the moment. 7. My grandmother is coming over today, so won't be able to RP much. But after she leaves this afternoon, I will hop on and start downloading Rarity pics.
I'd like to state for the record, I believe Leo Convoy pointed out that certain pedophiles generally tried to use erotic pictures to groom younger children. Neither of us are doctors, I'm just saying a pattern of behavior. Page 9.
I was standing just out of view of this camera when this happened. Thanks, TrotCon.
I'd like to state for the record that I tried reaching out to TrotCon. The person who was hosting the TrotCon Twitter account said that they were the photographer but did not know who this was. I'd like to thank them for their cooperation. It is much appreciated. Page 11.
Gonna go back to normal therapy, Rarity. All current team-based RPs will continue to their conclusion even after the change. Still, have yet to find a spiky wiki that's right for me. Took a new pic of my ass after that really bad one that I deleted and was pleasantly surprised. It was actually kinda hot. Now I'm proud of both of my cock and ass.
14.
See, here's the thing. I can't fix my real-life problems. Not being on Twitter would only make things even worse. Not gonna lie, losing my entire desire to RP with anyone, both my life in and out of RP, is spiraling down the drain. Can't remember the last time I genuinely smiled anymore. Ever want to just give up? Considering loosening some restrictions on food accounts RPing with me, I still don't want to fully allow them so I can avoid a lot of jerkbags who became Fuda to get around the stigma of being guys, but certain Fudas do arouse me. Any ideas on what I can do about this?
Sounds like you have a lot of hang-ups.
I may not have a lot, if any, time for proper RP, but I'll send a few replies out now. Ah, much better. Only 35 DMs now.
19.
I know we still have 13 hours to go. I doubt the no's will make a comeback. I'll post them later tonight.
Here's the bottom part.
Says also, I have a question. I've always been insecure about my body. If I posted full body nudes and asked for critique, would you guys mind? Fair warning, they would be male nudes. I'm a male writer.
20.
Also, when I say no judgment, I really mean it. This is not a trap to catch underage RPers and out them to the community. I'm a believer in RP being safe, risk-free, and a space for education where kids can be corrected when they do and say something wrong.
I think this is the exact opposite of healthy. Continuing.
I'd argue they're better off learning things from someone who can have a dialogue with them than watching porn, where everything is exaggerated for sensual effect, leading to misinformation about sex.
22.
I hate this holiday.
How come?
'Cause I hate my country.
Motherfucker.
I hate how brainwashed everyone is to think it's the greatest country on earth. I can think of several that are better. Patriotism sucks.
It's another communist freak. You motherfuckers. You know, I'm gonna read off 16 here. I could just rearrange it.
I honestly don't care if I lose followers for saying this, but I hate patriotic holidays. I hate the 4th of July. I hate Memorial Day. I hate Patriots Day. They all suck. There is no valid reason to be proud to be an American because America sucks. Yes, I am an American.
Dear Therapy Rarity, I am going to make sure that you never roleplay again, and to know that I am closing in on you as we speak. I know people who already have a good suggestion where they've whittled down you are one of 4 people. I want you to know that an American is going to take away from you what you hold most dear. I revel in it.
The winner of the Rarity in Heat event.
This is basically where they offered to have an event where someone would be allowed to impregnate their fantasy character. 25A, this is A and B, them announcing that they are in Massachusetts. That reminds me I should pass that information along. And 26, the last one. The picture here that is censored at the time being is them flashing their penis. Alright, before we get going, let's talk about some things on the docket. Amos Yee, I have not forgotten about you, not by a sight, and I'm probably either going to cover you next, or reference you when I talk about, let's see, what's this guy's damn name? Scarf Dragon. Now, again, I am prepared to have a sit-down conversation with you to clarify any of your involvement with one of your friends, associates, or otherwise. If you have information about someone who is in one of your groups or otherwise that are covering or basically protecting someone who is a pedophile, who is groomed a child, sent child pornography, or otherwise, now would be the time for a sit-down discussion. Or you could send someone else on your behalf if you're too much of a chicken shit. Hope to hear from you soon.